Channel 12 Sports present coverage of playoff high school girls basketball. Today, a semifinal matchup in Section 5 4A between the 4th seed, the Osseo Orioles, and the number 1 seed, the Park Center Pirates. Hello and welcome to Park Center High School. John Jacobson along with Allie Arlton, Ryan Iverson. Ryan, third meeting of the season between these two teams. One good team is going to go home today for good.
Well, that's the thing. We've seen, the regular season doesn't always matter when you come to postseason play, but these two teams, they split during the regular season. They're both very good. They both have superstars, but they're really they got a lot of depth to them. They play smart. They're well coached. So it should be a really great matchup here this afternoon.
We saw Osseo late in the regular season. They went in a little bit of tailspin at the end. Came back nicely, really took care of Centennial in the quarterfinals, and head coach Jen Mullen said they gave their girls a little confidence. Nice to get that winning feeling back, because they hadn't won a game since February 8th until Wednesday.
Well, and all that stuff is great. You want to be playing your best basketball at this time of year, John, but when you have a superstar in high school basketball, and they do in Kiara Russell, you can win any game, any given night against any team. And she's that good. And it also is going to help. I mean, they're healthy now. They expect everyone to be playing, and they're playing with confidence. This is a team they know they beat during the regular season one time. They know they're going to have to bring their A game, but they know if they do that, they can move on here in the playoff basketball.
For Park Center, they're the number 1 seed. They're in Class 4A this year after being in Class 3A the last several years, and obviously won the last 2 state championships. 4 of their 5 starters have experience from both of those championship teams, so these Park Center girls are battle-tested when it comes to playoffs.
Well, what a great depth of experience, right? It doesn't matter what class you're in. When you're used to winning and you've won in those pressure situations, and I don't care what class it is, you win a state championship, there's nothing bigger, there's nothing better. So this Park Center team has a ton of confidence. They got great balance. They mix good perimeter play, obviously with a great center in Michaela Hayes. So they're a well-rounded team, and like you said, I think that we've seen it with Osseo boys team. When you expect to win, that's half the battle, and these guys, they expect to win.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Osseo, and Kiara Russell is got to be one of the great players in all of state of Minnesota this year.
I think what she does that no one else can do is she can create her shot against any defense, against a double team. She's got unbelievable quickness, athleticism. The other thing too, John, she uses both hands so well. She's a left-handed player, but she actually finishes even better with her right hand. She's a good perimeter shooter. This is the stat, averaging almost 23, but over 4 steals per game. Not only does she get those steals, but she turns them into fast break points quicker than anyone in the state of Minnesota. She's electric. She's a very big key. Park Center's going to have to slow her down.
Very balanced Park Center attack, and we'll look at one of their juniors who has 2 state tournaments under her belt, Ann Simonette.
Well, and she's averaging in double figures, but here's the thing that jumps out. She's a 54% three-point shooter. We talk about Steph Curry, who's shooting 43%. Ann Simonette makes over half of her threes, but the way she can get that is because they got good balance, so you can't double team someone. And if they do start, that's why I think working inside out, you go through Michaela Hayes, force that defense to collapse, and you got shooters like Ann Simonette on the perimeter, makes them a very tough team to defend.
Should be a good one. The winner of this one will play either Champlin Park or Roseville for the section title Thursday at Anoka. We'll take a break and come back and tip this one off. Osseo and Park Center Section 5 girls basketball next on 12 Sports.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Park Center and Osseo about to tip off playoff basketball from Park Center High School. Let's go down courtside now to Allie Arlt.
Hey guys, today's game is all about experience, but for both teams in very different ways. For Osseo, 3 of their 5 starters are seniors, and for Park Center, they don't have a single senior on their entire team. But 4 of their 5 starters have 2 state championship titles to their names. So who has the advantage? Coach Moen says her team does because they have Kiara Russell. Coach Vanderhyde says his team does because they have Michaela Hayes. 2 Division I basketball commits going head-to-head in this semifinal showdown. Guys, this should be a great one.
Thanks, Allie. But yeah, both Division I recruits. Russell signed with Arizona State. Michaela Hayes is verbal to Florida. And so although they play different positions, it is always fun to watch top-end talent like that, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Let's look at our starters today for the Osseo Orioles. Azaria Reed out, although cleared to play. She suffered a concussion against Maple Grove, so not in the starting lineup. They're starting 5. Olade Agumbiade and Leman Tutway in the front court. Ari Jones, Kiara Russell, Michaela Hamola. And for Park Center, Michaela Hayes. And for Shia Iobomadelli in the front court, Summer Blakemore, Danielle Schaub, and Ann Simonette are their guards. And maybe how much Azaria Reed is able to play today and how effective she's able to be, Ryan, after being cleared from that concussion is going to be a key for Osseo. They need some up front court players to be able to contend with the length of Michaela Hayes.
Well, and that's the thing. I think Michaela Hayes, she's such a good defender, aggressive shot blocker, that she's prone to getting into foul trouble. And that's where Azaria Reed could really play a big role. Azaria Reed stepped out a little bit, played more on the perimeter this year, but I think if she attacks Michaela Hayes when she does get into the game, maybe get some early foul trouble. Park Center is a completely different team without their big center in the middle of the floor, offensively and defensively. Yeah, it's rare. You don't see concussions a lot in high school basketball. And here with Osseo this year, Michaela Hamola had one that she was recovering from a few weeks ago, and then, of course, Azaria Reed now getting cleared as well.
Kiara Russell got hurt in that Maple Grove game as well that we did, although hers was not a concussion, a whiplash and with a neck strain that kept her out of the last regular season game against Centennial. Here's a look at Jen Moen, first-year head coach at Osseo, 18-9 on the season, 12-7 in the Northwest Suburban Conference.
How about we were talking to her pregame, and to Allie's point in her pregame message, we said, you know, what advantages do you have in this game? And she was quick. She said, we have Kiara Russell.
Right.
And sometimes that's all you need.
Chris Vanderhyde, third season, can't do much better than 2 state championships in the first 2 years. 20-7 this year, 16-3 in the Northwest Suburban Conference.
He said, we're tired of picking on the smaller schools. We're going to take on the big class this year. And it's a credit to him and the program they have built here. And like Allie said as well, they no senior on the floor, on the team. So this is all just bonus, and next year, the next couple of years, they're really going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Hayes and Tutway on the opening tap. And we are underway. First possession for Osseo. Russell down low. Agunbiani. Glass a little too strong, and Tutway had it stripped away from her by Simonette. Park Center first possession. Simonette spinning away from Russell. Pull up from 15. Back iron not good. Rebounded by Tutway and hands it off for Russell. Russell, Summer Blakemore, and try to take her one-on-one today. Her pass through the hands of Hamola, turnover Osseo.
Well, I like the fact that they're starting Summer Blakemore. She's 5'5", only a sophomore, but she's got long arms, she's quick, and that's, I think, the kind of defender that might give, you know, at least make Kiara Russell have to work. She's so quick herself, so athletic. I think that's a good matchup. I like that initial defender matchup.
Blakemore, nice pass, and Hayes. Glass and good for the first 2 points of the game.
She's got great hands. She's able to catch. She keeps that ball up high and scores quickly before the defender can get back. Excellent opening possession there for Park Center.
Mola finding Agumbiati. Oh, thought they might be a travel. Instead, there's going to be a foul called on Park Center.
Well, and a nice move by Blakemore. And I'll tell you what, too, John, you know, Summer Blakemore, not a, you know, averaging under 8 points, but when you get the defensive assignment to guard Kiara Russell, you are locked in and you are focused, and sometimes that can carry over offensively and just add to your confidence level.
Pass comes in to Russell. Ari Jones holding it. Russell missed on the shot, tapped out of bounds off Russell.
Well, nice post feed by Ari Jones. She led Russell right to the basket. And again, you see Michaela Hayes. She didn't block that shot, but I think just her presence down there, it makes you think about your angle and how you're shooting when she's anywhere near the ball.
Blakemore front court with the ball. Handoff now. Bombadeli, a little runner in the lane, not good. Hayes is fouled, will go to the line.
And that's what makes Park Center so dangerous, when their guards are attacking the basket. And you can see right there, a nice attack. And you can see Intutway had to come up and defend the shot, and that allowed Michaela Hayes to just crash the offensive glass. The guard play, the guard perimeter defense for Osseo has to be able to keep those guards out of the paint so they can keep Michaela Hayes off the offensive glass.
Hayes averaging a dozen points per game. Missed on the first free throw.
She's one of the very few girls basketball players that averages a double-double. Right around 12 points, over 10 rebounds, about 3 blocks a game, so she really does it all.
66% free throw shooter on the season. Missed them both here. And Osseo has the rebound, so we stay at 2-0. Jones to Homola, left wing. Comes around a screen, spins in the lane, lost the ball on the floor. Tie up. And we'll get a jump ball. Held ball will go to Park Center.
Good effort, both teams getting on the floor. That's what you like to see, especially in a playoff game where it kind of hits you. Hey, if we lose, we are done. So you don't leave anything on the court. You're going to see a lot of great effort today by these girls.
Simonette, the ball handler this time, coming up court. Into the lane, or pass to the corner. Blakemore gets tied up and then travel. The defense by Intutway forces the travel on Blakemore.
And it's lucky that Intutway got her hands there, because she was about to pass to Michaela Hayes, who would have had a nice layup. So good aggressive defense and a way to attack the ball there by Intutway.
Two minutes. Osseo still looking for his first points. Intutway back out. Agunbiati. And then back, and Intutway trying to drive at Hayes. Puts it up too strong, gets the rebound, and they tie up. Held ball will go to Osseo this time.
You know, Intutway's got the ability to score from down there. And again, you just see Michaela Hayes' presence. That ball was, about 3 or 4 feet too strong. And so that's her defensive presence. And you can see that's a great sign for Osseo fans. Number 15, Azaria Reed, checking into the game, being cleared to play here today.
Missed the last week of the regular season on the playoff opener against Centennial, but ready to go for today's game. Russell, runner in the lane, glass and good.
How hard is that with your offhand from about 10 feet of throwing up a runner off the glass? That's a degree of difficulty, unbelievable. She makes it look easy.
Simonette 3, too strong. A rebound by Bombadeli. Controls the ball and back out to Blakemore. Park Center will reset. Schaub, whistle. And we get offensive foul on Blakemore, setting a screen.
There's a nice offense. You can see they're trying to get Intutway in the middle, and they run what they call an X screen, where you have 2 options with a handoff, and that time Kiara Russell knows exactly what to do once she gets it. Gets the shot off before Michaela Hayes can come over and get a hand up to defend it.
Intutway from 15, got the bounce off the back iron. Osseo has the lead.
And if Intutway can hit that, John, I think consistently today, because Michaela Hayes does such a good job of protecting the basket. If she can somehow make that mid-range jumper, she's going to be wide open, or it's going to force Michaela Hayes to kind of extend her defense out from beyond the basket.
Blakemore way long on the 3. Reed rebounds. Jones front court to Russell. Gets tied up. Jump ball to go back over to Park Center. Simonette reaching in, getting the held ball.
Good physical defense. I thought that was a quick whistle on the jump ball. But a nice job there. You can see they're challenging Kiara Russell out on the perimeter, extending it all the way to half court. That's what you got to do. If she gets a head of steam going, John, where she can get her quickness, athleticism, and transition, she's a nightmare to have to defend. But that way, if you slow her down, you get physical with her, that's when you have a chance.
Mina Port in for Osseo, 5'7" junior. Shaw will drive high off the glass, didn't get it to go, but is fouled and will shoot 2.
Yeah, nice job. taking that contact for Danielle Schaub. And she's an excellent shooter. She's a very good free throw shooter as well.
Is it Simonette? Did I say Schaub?
Oh.
Yes, I did.
That was Simonette.
My mistake. And Simonette getting her first point today.
You know, always remember, too, when shooters get to the free throw line, they can get a couple of balls to go in. There she made one. All of a sudden, they start shooting that perimeter shot with a lot more confidence.
Blakemore into Hayes. Backing down in Tutway. Simonette across to Io Bomadelli off the foot of Tutway and out of bounds.
Io Bomadelli had a nice idea there, but she's got to pivot there and get to the baseline side, the left side, and feed that to Michaela Hayes, leading her towards the basket. Park Center does a nice job. They play 4-round-1. And it creates good spacing, good passing lanes into Michaela Hayes.
Shaw baseline, throws it back out. Blakemore sets and shoots a three and hits.
Well, she's got 5 early points. She averages just over 7 a game.
Ball on the floor. Io Bomadelli will release it. Simonette got Schaub with her. Simonette, a little spinorama. Missed the shot, but gets fouled.
Jen Mullins calling for a travel there because I don't think she spun in the air. It was an athletic play, and then she almost got the finish. Took the contact. Let's see if we can get a good look here. Yeah, I mean, that's either got to be a foul or that's a travel. I don't think in the act of shooting, but either way, a nice job selling it, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Jones picks up the foul. Simonette missing the first. We'll get one more. Good free throw shooter in the season, close to 90%. Yeah. Today, 2 out of 4. But the Pirates are in front, 7-4 here. Back out, here's Azaria Reed, puts it on the floor in Tutway. Trying to weave through traffic. Port on the wing, a little behind the back dribble, and then try to whip the pass to the quarter, but missed in Tutway.
What a great dribbling play by Port. If in Tutway is rolling to the basket right there, John, that's an unbelievable no-look pass, and then that's what Port expected. But instead, Tutway had faded for a jump shot. And that's a shot Port would normally take on her own, but that again shows the impact that Michaela Hayes has. Just her presence there, you're less apt to try a shot because you don't want it to get a block.
5-second call on Danielle Schaub. I don't think Chris Vanderhyde thought it was necessarily the right call. Homola is back into the game for Osseo. It's at the Port. Played 5 minutes. Orioles trail by 3 with the basketball. Reed coming in. And gets fouled by Io Bomadelli.
Yep, nice job by Azaria Reed. And you can see that's been more her game this year. I think in years past, she was more of strictly a post player, but she's been able to extend out. We saw her knock down some perimeter shots in the Maple Grove game a few weeks ago there. She's been able to take it hard to the basket, showing great quickness for a 5'10", 5'11" junior.
Reed free throw up and in.
And another thing, too, when you've sat out a couple of games, sometimes the speed of the game, it takes a minute or two to catch up. And always getting that first contact, getting to the free throw, getting that first basket to fall is huge for your confidence.
McKenna Dubois, Charles Nickens in for Park Center. Nickens in for Io Bomadelli. That foul was her second. Now Bomadelli, very good defender, leads the team in steals, but she'll have to sit out here.
Yeah, she's a great athlete, too, and she can guard, really from Kiara Russell probably all the way to defending Azaria Reed, Ari Jones. She's just very versatile and very good athlete.
Dubois into the front court. To the corner. Nickens back out high to Blakemore. Nickens comes around, hands it off. Simonette. Jones got in her face, so she couldn't try a three. Now Hayes will put it on the floor, drive, and it's been fouled by Tutway.
I think that was pretty good defense, John, but what a great move by Hayes. Watch her pivot this way, looking right. Watch her this reverse pivot. I mean, the footwork that goes into that. I mean, for a guard, that's nothing, but when you have a center who's 6'1", to have that kind of footwork and the ability to go right and left, That's why she's committed to Florida. She's got that type of skill level, that type of footwork.
Hayes free throw up and good. And Tutway's got to go out now with 2.
And that's big because now you're probably going to have to put Azaria Reed. You know, I would venture to guess we might see Kate Klein into the game too with some pretty good height. That's where Michaela Hayes' eyes have to light up thinking, hey, I got a good 5-6 inches on anyone that's going to guard me.
Second one short, so Hayes just 1 out of 4 from the line so far. Amola started to push it and comes back out. Now it's Russell. Now Jones.
I tell you, Megan Dubois is doing a great job on Kiara Russell. She's shattering her everywhere, not letting her get anything open.
That one off Jones, or off of Russell. Jones, and then Reed. Her shot missed, out of bounds. No, not quite. Stayed in bounds, and it's Park Center basketball. (8-6) Pirates. Simonette into the lane. They dish off for Hayes. It spins around Reed, glass and good.
There's that footwork again, extending big, long step there, able to, and with her height and her reach, able to get that shot over. Beautiful move.
Kamola missed on the 3. Simonette took a blow from Reed. Play goes on the floor, and it's in the hands of Nickens. Simonette able to recover, and ball knocked away from Blakemore. The boys got it. Down into the hands of Hayes. Gets past Agunbiati and scores.
Well, that's just defensive 101. You got to stay in front of your man, not let him get to the basket. I think she thought that was going to get kicked out to Simonette, who was at the three-point line. Instead, Hayes kept going, and got another layup. She's been very dominating here so far.
Russell pull up over Hayes and hits.
Good gosh. And I think Osseo needs her to take this game over. Keep the ball in her hand, be aggressive, look for her shot. She's such an unselfish player too, but I think they need her score and need her points.
Simonette in some traffic, trying to put a shot up out of bounds off of Osseo. Shaw back in, replaces Blakemore for Osseo. Port in for Agunbiati.
Watch how tough this shot is. And that's a fadeaway 12-foot jump shot over Michaela Hayes, maybe the best shot blocker in the state. And she gets enough arc on it, able to drop it home. She's hit 2 shots here today, John, and both of them have been very difficult shots.
Nickens down low, baseline Shaw open and hits.
Yep.
First basket for Danielle Shaw, the 5'4" junior. Russell down low, there's Port with the baseline shot, that's not good. Nickens rebounds. Shaw will hold it back out on the wing. Back Simonette, deep 3 for her. Rims out. Hayes had a hand on it. Into the hands of Nickens, he scores.
And that's going to be a timeout for Osseo. Park Center with a nice run offensively. And Michaela Hayes didn't get that bucket, but she kept this shot alive and left it right for Mickens, able to finish with the offensive rebound. You can see Michaela Hamola coming down. When you're playing against a good center and a good offensive rebounding team, your perimeter players got to come down, and they got to help rebound. That time, Michaela Hamola got caught watching.
Here's a look at the Section 5 bracket. Top 4 seeds all winning in the quarterfinals on Wednesday. Roseville and Champlin Park playing at the same time as this one. Championship Thursday night at 7 at Anoka High School. The winner to go on to state.
Yeah, it's a tough section. It's a the Northwest Suburban, really both sides of the division. We talk about it all year long. A lot of talent, a lot of depth.
Under 10 minutes to go. Osseo needs to make a little run here offensively. See if they can adjust out of that timeout. Port to Jones. Reed knocked away by Nickens from behind. Into the hands of Dubois, front court. And good steal here. And then a foul. court, able to get the steal. They will knock the pass away, and then we get a backcourt foul on Simonette.
I love Park Center's defensive strategy right now on Kiara Russell. They are denying her. If you watch, everyone else is kind of packed in the middle of the lane, but wherever Kiara Russell goes, they're not allowing an easy reversal to her, letting her catch it, get into a rhythm. You can see even in our screen right there, I think that's Megan Dubois, who is following her everywhere she goes. She's making it very hard for Kiara Russell to get the ball.
Aja Michael in for the first time for Park Center now. Also, Io Bombadilli in, and we get a foul on the shot, and Reed will go to the line for 2.
You know, again, you're seeing her catching it at that free throw, that 15-foot range, putting it on the floor. And her aggressiveness right now has really kind of been the only spark that Osseo's gotten offensively.
First one missed. Second one is good. Seven-point Pirate lead. Simonette for front court.
And Osseo changing up their defense here, going a little 2-3 or 1-2-2, trying to speed up the pace maybe a little bit, force perimeter shots, and so far that possession, it looked like it worked.
That foul is on Io Bombadilli. That would be her third. It is, and she comes out. Tough spot on the court to pick up a foul,
yep.
Ryan.
You know, that's where when you have 2 fouls already, you just got to let it go. I know the temptation, the inclination is to go after that. But that's just knowing the time, knowing possession, score, and how many fouls you have as well.
Dubois reaches in, gets the steal.
God, is she working hard, John, defensively, making it really hard. I mean, how many times, usually during the season, Kiara Russell touches the ball almost on every possession. She's gone 3, 4, 5 possessions in a row without even being able to get a touch. I really like the effort of Megan Dubois right now.
Dubois off to Schaub. Back to Dubois. Park Center spreading the floor. Cross-court pass, tipped to Reed, and Hamola to the basket, and he gets it to go. First basket for the junior.
Yeah, and that's Osseo basketball right there. Getting a steal, getting a tip, and getting out in transition. When these teams met the first game around, those were a lot of baskets that Osseo got in transition off of turnovers.
Reed rebounds to Dubois, missed 3. Jump ball, Park Center basketball. Excuse me, Osseo basketball. You look at that last hoop, the deflection by Reed, setting up the little runner for Hamola.
Well, Chris Vanderhyde told us, John, before the game, he said, hey, the first game we turned the ball over, they scored probably 30 layups in transition. Second game, we did not turn the ball over. We limited their layups, and there you go. That's a great example right there. Osseo struggling to score in the half court, but if you let them get steals and get running, that's when they become a dangerous team.
Jones looking inside, now gets Russell curling back out. Three-pointer for Russell, back iron, not good. Rebounded by Igumbiati and gets held. And another jump ball goes back to Park Center on the alternate possession.
Park Center lucky there. That time they lost Kiara Russell, and she got a wide open look. And you know, she's a capable three-point shooter, a good three-point shooter, but I think her strength is when she's off the dribble, able to create attack in the basket.
Schaub to the basket, got a partially blocked ball on the floor, picked up by Michael into the hands of Hayes. Her shot up, that won't go, and rebounded by Gunbiati. Back comes Osseo quickly to offense. Jones driving to the basket and is fouled by Simonette.
Oh, nice job, nice hesitation by Jones, knowing she's probably going to get some contact. And that's going to be the second foul, I believe, on Simonette, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So now you got 2 key players, one with 3 fouls, and now Ann Simonette picking up her second.
All right, Jones, their first point tonight. Senior guard.
And she missed significant time with her injury as well. I think she's just kind of starting to feel more comfortable getting that flow and rhythm. And then not only that, but when you come off an injury too, just trusting your injury, trusting your muscles and your legs. And
16-13. 5 in a row for Osseo. They've got the lead down to 3. Shaw into some traffic, lost the ball, picked up by Reed and gave it right to Hayes. Open look for a 3 for Simonet, not good. Rebound to Russell. He's got Hamola ahead of her. Nice pass. Hamola couldn't finish. Blakemore gets the rebound for Park Center. They have numbers 4-on-2. Blakemore will take it, and a blocking foul whistled against Russell.
That was a close one. Ooh. That's a tough one. We always talk about it, and those are hard calls to make, in a split second. I thought, in my opinion, it looked like Kiara Russell did a nice job of moving over, and she was planted.
Blakemore free throw, not good.
Well, like I said in the other broadcast, I always said if you didn't foul someone, they called it, and you missed the first free throw, you'd let them know. You'd say, the ball doesn't lie.
Park Center, Ryan, 3 out of 9 to start this game from the line.
Yeah, and really, they're normally a very good free throw shooting team, so big reason that Osseo is in this game.
Blakemore does get the second one. 4-point game. Mola Simonet knocked it away from her. Ball on the floor. Gunbiati gets tied up. Jump ball, Osseo basketball.
Yeah, we did a bunch of jump balls here in the first half. I think a lot of that is just due to ball pressure, poor ball handling, and then great effort. Girls are getting on the floor, diving for it, knowing the value of each possession.
Hamola into the lane. Off for Jones. Reed comes out. Russell. Blakemore on her. Down low, off the hand of Reed, able to corral it in the corner, and then trying to go inside, and Hayes reaching around to Gunbiati, picks up her first foul.
I'll tell you, Summer Blakemore, number 4 for the Pirates. You see her ball pressure on Kiara Russell, and Kiara Russell, you saw her, which way was she dribbling? She was retreating from the basket. That's the direction you want. You don't want her going to the basket. So I think that ball pressure is bugging Kiara Russell a little bit.
Gunbiati to the line for a 1-and-1. That's the 8th team foul on Park Center. And a free throw comes out. Nickens at a handout. Now Hayes has control. Simonet to the front court. Got some pressure from Hamola, who picks up the foul. First on Hamola, 6th team foul on Osseo. Nickens, Blakemore, and to get it in to Reed, denied by Russell, or into Hayes rather. Russell behind the back, finds Jones underneath for the basket.
That is a big time play right there. That quick behind the back between 3 defenders. And then not even, that just shows her unselfishness. She could have scored that, instead finds her teammate Ari Jones. That's a big time play by a big time player.
Simonet knocked away by Russell, got it back though. On the baseline, finds Hayes open. One dribble, Nickens open 3 from Blakemore. Around the rim and out, Hayes rebounds. She'll put it up strong, not good. A lot of contact, ball on the floor. Blakemore has it. And it'll reset. Open on the baseline. Simonet going to the basket. Hit the underside of the support. Now it's Hamola back the other way, and Osseo scores.
Well, that's what Osseo does, right? They take a steal or a rebound, and they tip it out, and they run as good as anybody in the state.
Simonet finally connects on a 3. Timeout for Park Center.
Well, I love that response. You know what I mean? You've given up a couple of easy baskets here to Osseo. You're up by 8, and all of a sudden you're tied up, and then you don't even think about it. You get right back into the flow. And Simonet, we talked about being over a 50% three-point shooter in transition. Most people, you'd say that's not a great shot. and she just knocks it down. This is the play right here. Watch this behind the back. Boom, it snaps her behind the back. See how her head comes right up? And some of that's just feel, right? Great players have that feel of where everyone else is going to be. And here's the transition layup for Hamola. So that's 4 quick points. You're thinking, oh, things aren't looking well. And then Park Center comes right back after that and knocks down a big 3.
20-17, Park Center up by 3 after Osseo had briefly tied it. Orioles possession with 4:43 to go here in the half. Hamola will bring it up for Osseo.
I think, you and I always talk before games, John, where I was like, all right, who do you think's going to win? And most games you have a pretty good idea. This one really, I think it just completely depends who plays well. And both teams are so equal and evenly, talent-wise.
Blakemore missed on the shot.
Could that be a travel?
Well, you're right. Actually, no one touched it, did she? Did they? And then they're going to call a foul. I'd like to look at that one again. That's when you do in the dry, when you throw it up to yourself.
You play one-on-one, you shoot it short, and go get your own rebound. Well, and more importantly, that's the second foul on Hamola. You see that pressure defense has been great. And here Blakemore shoots it.
Yeah, I don't know that it was touched. You're right. Free throw up, not good. And Agunbiati rebounds for Osseo. So they miss on the chance to cash in at the free throw line.
I'm going to guess we're going to see Kiara Russell get a backdoor at some point in this game. You see the pressure. They're picking them up all the way out, extending their defense.
Jones from 12 off the mark, but got her own rebound. Back out to Port, and she rattles in a 3.
Port hit that shot, but Ari Jones, what a job staying with it. Looked like she was losing her balance. Fired it out with her offhand, and a nice job knocking down the 3 by Port.
Tied up at 20. Nickens, pressured by Reed, gets it to Hayes. Baseline, short on the shot, rebound by Reed. Jones ahead. Here's Port. Off for an open 3 for Russell. Missed, rebound by Agunbiati. And Hayes gets the block. Shaw will bring it front court. Blakemore wants that 3, now finds DuBois instead with the pass. Shaw putting it on the floor. Danielle to the basket, missed it, and rebounded by Reed. Ball tipped by Nickens, but it's into the hand of Jones.
Hey, Mina Porta has some nice ball handling too, doesn't she?
Yep.
She got some handle there. A couple of behind the backs. You've seen her do a nice job. That was a nice driving kick to Kiara Russell, even though she didn't knock it down.
Port on the wing, gets past Blakemore into the hands of Agunbiati. Offensive foul they're going to call. Via Mina Port.
Oh, that's a very bad call. Wow. Michaela Hayes actually left her feet to think it was going to be a shot block. That is not a good call.
Team fouls even at 8 apiece. And we're tied in the game 20 apiece with 2:25 to play in the half. Shaw to Blakemore.
You see how open the middle of that defense is, John? That's where someone from Park Center's got to go to that middle and see if they can attack the middle, defense collapses, then kick it out to their shooters.
Almost a steal for Jones, couldn't quite get to the ball. DuBois, 3-point shot, comes up short, out of bounds, Osseo basketball.
Well, DuBois, a very good shooter. I just think she's exerting so much energy on the defensive end, going wherever Kiara Russell goes. That's when you got to just really gather yourself, get your legs, and make sure you get enough on it to get it there.
Backdoor for Russell. Open in the corner is Reed, missed on the shot, and Tunway up hard. Good look at it, couldn't get the shot to go. Hayes has the rebounds, powers through the double team and hands off for Blakemore. DuBois to Schaub. 1:20 to go in the half. Schaub, Blakemore, baseline, back out to Schaub. The defense by Osseo, Park Center being patient.
I'll tell you, since Osseo went to this kind of this 2-1-2, it slowed Park Center down.
Hand off, and Nickens traveled.
Yeah, good call.
Under a minute to play, Osseo with a chance to take its first lead, perhaps, on this possession. Ari Jones. Now the Reed. Port. Comes to the sideline and knocked away. Now able to get it to Russell. 30 seconds to go in the half. Russell stops, 14-footer. Back iron not good, rebounded by Blakemore.
You know, I've never seen Kiara Russell. She just looks a little out of rhythm. You know, like this pressure might be getting to her. And I just think you take your hat off to Megan DuBois and the defense that she's played. There's a turnover. It's going to give Osseo the last possession here in the first half.
Schaub trying to go down low for Hayes. It missed on the pass, a little long.
So if I'm Osseo, I get Kiara Russell the ball. Let her get ahead of steam here, where she can get going to the basket, either make a shot or draw and kick to one of her open teammates.
Russell will drive up, not good, tipped, and that'll be the end of the first half. So he stayed stuck on 20 there for the last couple of minutes, and that's the way we'll go to halftime, Ryan.
When you think Park Center got off to that nice, 8-point lead, and Osseo did a great job of coming right back and getting back into this game and tying it up. I think both teams had opportunities to maybe take a little bit of control of this game. But either way, we're all knotted up, ready for a great second half.
Let's go down courtside now. Allie Arlt standing by with Chris Vanderhyde.
Thank you, John. Coach, the game plan was to put Blakemore on Russell this game to kind of contain her and make adjustments if needed. How do you feel that performance was in the first?
I think Summer did a great job on her, and then we put Megan DuBois on her a lot too, and she did a good job too. I don't know how many Russell has, but I don't think it's a lot.
No, she's definitely been out of rhythm. What do you guys need to do differently in the second to put this away?
Well, we got to stop turning the ball over. We had too many turnovers towards the end, and then when we turn it over and they get runouts for layups, and that's exactly what I said before the game. But when we allow it to happen, they come back. We had, an 8-point lead, and they came back because I think we turned it over too much, and they got runout layups the other way.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second.
Cool. Thanks, Allie.
20-20 our score at halftime. Park Center and Osseo. We'll take a break. Come back with more Section 5 4A girls basketball from Park Center High School after this timeout.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Number 4 seed Osseo, number 1 seed Park Center, tied at 20. Halftime of our Section 5 4A semifinal game. Highlights from the first half. Park Center getting in to an early rhythm and an early lead. Michaela Hayes scoring. Good pass from Summer Blakemore. Osseo, or Park Center would like to have more of that, Ryan, but Osseo was able to defend that pretty well by the last half of the half. Kiara Russell with
one of her only 2 buckets.
Right. Off the inbound pass. Danielle Schaub finding Summer Blakemore for a 3.
So what you're seeing, a lot of drive and kick right early on, and then Osseo switched to that zone defense, and they really did a nice job of slowing Park Center down on offense.
And there's the other basket by Russell. She just has 4 points, averaging nearly 23 a game, and obviously the catalyst for this Osseo team. Simonette missing. Michaela Hayes able to get the ball to Charles Nickens. for the only bench points for Park Center in the game. Du Bois pass knocked away, ended up in a layup for Michaela Hamola.
Well, we heard Chris Vanderhyde really talk about those. Those were the reason that Osseo was able to get into the game. I think these were back-to-back plays, or a couple of quick steals, and they get out and run the ball, and they're as good as anyone in transition.
Ari Jones finishing on that break with Russell getting the assist. And Osseo able to get a tie here at halftime.
Great pass.
Mina Port rattling in a three-pointer. Jones, Russell, Hamola, the leading scorers, each with 4. Hayes has 7, Simon at 5, Blakemore with 4 for Park Center. Tied up at 20. Osseo Park Center winning goes to the section final on Thursday. We're back with more girls basketball from Park Center after this.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
Just a few minutes before the start of the second half, back we go to the floor. Allie Arnold with Jen Mullen.
Hey, thanks, guys. Coach, Kiara Russell with only 4 points in that first half, not really playing up to her potential. How do you get her going in the second?
If we can get the ball and get out and run a little bit and get her involved, it'll take care of itself.
2 times you guys were able to tie up the game, but at no point have you led. How do you change that in the second?
I think we got to come out right away here and get after them. I think we were nervous to start the game, and I think we'll be ready to go this half.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Thanks to both coaches for taking a few moments with us here at halftime. Take another break. We'll come back with the second half tip-off. Osseo Park Center girls basketball continuing on 12 Sports.
Hey, going out like that?
Yeah, why?
Well, what would the neighbors think?
I see you! Come look at Mr. Feather. Look what I have. Mr. Bird, remember? Bark, bark, bark. We're just playing. We're just playing on trying to get you out of here.
Even still.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
The world is online, and we're all connected. While there's a lot to explore and discover, we each need to do our part to keep the internet safe. Cybersecurity starts with you. Learn how you can stay safe online at dhs.gov/stopthinkconnect.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
"18 minutes to a spot in the section final. Osseo and Park Center all tied at 20. So, Ryan, for each teams, you look at the stats, what's the key to victory? What's the path to victory in the second half?
Yeah, I think it's really easy. I think Park Center needs to adjust to that zone, get back to attacking. If their guards can get into the paint, even if they don't make the shots, it opens up Michaela Hayes to get offensive rebounds or to get, driving past to her. On the flip side, I agree with Jen Mullen. I said it too. They got to get Kiara Russell the ball, but they got to do it earlier. She's got to get the ball, either bringing it up the court. They got to get out. Even if they don't get steals, they got to start pushing it, because I don't think Park Center wants Osseo to get out and run, and Osseo is too good in that transition.
So we're underway in the second half. Io Bombadilli, I think that's a key too, Brian. She sat for a long stretch. She's a key player especially defensively for them, but it was out with 3 fouls for a long time in that first half. Able, that time, it lost the ball on their dribble. Here's Hamola, and Osseo's got the lead.
And that's their play right there. There's a transition defense. They get a steal, they get out and run. And Kiara Russell, she is so unselfish, too. She'll give the ball up. You know what I like, too? She gives that ball up early enough where Hamola can catch it, kind of decide what to do. A lot of times you'll see the ball handler hold on to that ball a little bit too long. Hamola, she's very good at finishing in transition, takes the contact, and able to finish.
Ball out of bounds, right off the free throw and out of bounds. You don't see that often.
No.
Off the rim and out of bounds.
And that's the first lead that Osseo's had here this afternoon. And they're starting to pick up three-quarters court. Kiara Russell's going to make Danielle Schaub work for it. I think Osseo wants to speed this up a little bit, see if they can get Park Center playing fast.
Alabama Deli will hand back off to Simonette. Hayes takes it strong to the basket, missed the shot. Simonette back out Blakemore. Baseline Simonette missing, and a rebound to Jones. Out of bounds, Simonette knocked it away, and Jones touched it last. The backcourt pressure by Simonette.
Yeah, and you give Park Center all the credit in the world. They're being physical, and they are pressuring Osseo. That was a clear-cut decision that they came out with today, and it's worked. I don't think Osseo likes having that kind of pressure, especially 75 feet away from the basket.
Alabama Deli to Simonette. Into the lane from 13, off the mark, rebounded by Russell. Big collision back behind the play. Ahead of Hamola for the basket. Great pass, assist to Russell. Hamola with the basket.
Yeah. And Hamola's just getting out and running. Here's Simonette for an open three, and as she knocks it down, her second one of the game.
And then the turnover, unforced turnover. I think Agunbiani stepped on the baseline as she was passing it in.
Yeah, here's Simonette with that knockdown three. I didn't get a chance to really see what happened there. I wonder if she did step over the line sometimes. You know, those are the kind of mistakes that you just can't have, as it leads to another knockdown jump shot.
Schaub with a baseline two-pointer, and Park Center with 5 quick points back into the lead.
That was 5 points, John, in actual probably 3 seconds of game clock.
Jones for 3 answers.
Wow. Points were a premium in the first half. Here we are 2 minutes into the game, and a lot of quick points.
Simonette, 3 is good.
It's contagious, and now the pace is starting to pick up, and I do think this favors Osseo if that kind of pace can continue, but both teams coming out in the second half really shooting the heck out of the basketball.
And Tudway, Simonette comes over and ties it up. Simonette aggressive on the defense. Here's a 3 from Jones, and about 10 seconds later on the other end, Schaub finds Simonette, and another corner 3 for her.
Well, we told you she shoots over 50% of them, so she's a great, I mean, that's not good. That is phenomenal three-point percentage, and she's knocked down 2 here, 2 for 2 in the second half.
Osseo uses a timeout, 15:35 to go here in the second half. Park Center leading by 1. As far as foul trouble, Alabama Deli, we talked about with 3, no one else in the game with more than 2.
Yeah, it's been a pretty clean game for the most part. I mean, not a lot of cheap fouls. A couple, you know, Park Center attacked Osseo early on, got to the foul line, but it's been a pretty clean game. The second half's been, you know, a lot more offense. 15 points already, 2.5 minutes into the game.
Russell inbounding. It's the return pass. Blakemore knocked it away, but then Tutway ends up with the basketball and then gives it away. Alabama Deli got the steal. Simonette back into the front court for the Pirates. Blakemore, 3, shot before, or foul rather, before the shot. Whistled on Osseo.
I think they're going to get in Tutway down low battling with Michaela Hayes. And that's going to be her 3rd foul.
Alabama Deli to inbound. Schaub Little space open for her. Now they kick it out. Simonette on 3. This time comes up short, and Reed rebounds. Pass front court to Russell. Russell up too strong. Got the ball back and scores on the offensive rebound.
Well, scorers know how to just stay with it, too. And I'll tell you what, she missed that. She knew right where the angle, where it was going to come off. And she's a quick leaper, able to get it and finish right away. Nice job.
Blakemore's shot, didn't go. Here's Port pushing it up for Osseo. Missed Jones on the pass, out of bounds.
You know, those are the kind of plays that drive you nuts as a coach. And here's Kiara Russell. See her going left? She almost prefers to finish with that right hand. Watch her stick with it, uses her body to shield off, and finishes again with her right hand.
Park Center with the basketball, trailing by 1.
Park Center done a nice job for the most part of taking care of the basketball.
Kyle Bombadilli explodes to the basket, but couldn't finish at the rim. Reed ahead to Russell. Off for Port. She'll drive. Back out. Jones, open 3 is good. Jones with a couple of 3-pointers here early in the second half. Biggest lead for Osseo at 4 points. Tied their biggest lead. They were up 24-20 as well.
Think about it, they only scored 20 points in the first half. They got over half of that production already here in the second half.
Hayes strong gets the offensive rebound. Back out, Simonette 3. That one drops.
Oh, they're going to count it as a 2. I'm going to say her foot was on the line there. Here's a nice kick out. Ari Jones knocked down her second 3 of the second half. And here's a nice play by Michaela Hayes. They counted it as a 2.
32-30 game. Ball knocked away. Loose ball on the floor. Was going to get to it. Jones and Simonette. Russell for it. Held ball. It'll be Park Center basketball.
Well, great effort. Both girls diving on the floor. Ari Jones comes diving in. And Simonette diving on the floor. That's the kind of intensity, that's the kind of effort that you need to advance here in a very, very good semifinal game.
Schaub for Simonette. Spins it back. Schaub right corner. Back to Ann Simonette. Io Bombadilli, 3 is good. First basket for Faye today, and Park Center back in the lead.
Yeah, she really hasn't had much of a chance to get in the flow offensively.
Reed driving on Hayes to the basket, scores.
Well, that's her game. That time she gets the bigger Michaela Hayes to come out on the perimeter. And don't kid yourself for a second, as Ari Reed's got excellent quickness.
Simonette another 3. 11 second half points for Simonette. Park Center back up. Park Center thought there could have been a double dribble there. Hamola runner, not good. Ball retrieved by Schaub. Ahead to DuBois for the layup.
Great pass, Daniel Schaub, but no look. And it helps when you have Ann Simonette running wide, who's hit a bunch of 3s, so the defense tends to go that way. And she finds it, Dubois wide open for a layup.
Russell shot, that won't go. Ball on the floor in Tutway, able to get it free. Russell 3, that comes up short. Loose ball, it's Simonette, a 3-on-1 for Park Center. For Schaub, up and in.
Roles kind of reversed here. Park Center getting out and running and getting a couple of transition buckets. Great 3-on-1 fast break, 1 quick pass, and an easy layup. Excellent offense in transition.
Russell gonna push. Park Center thought it was going to be on Russell. Instead, it's going to be on DuBois. Well, I think DuBois thought it was going to be there, perhaps on Reed.
Yeah, you see the clap. She thought for sure that was going to be on Azaria Reed.
And Park Center has a race to 4-point deficit twice here in the second half. Now leading by 6. Akunbiati, open 3 for Hamola. Nothing but net.
You know, John, that in this first half, there's 40 total points scored. Here we are, 7 minutes in. There's been 37 points already scored. So the production has increased dramatically as both teams are really just shooting the heck out of the basketball.
Schaub to Io Bombadilli, back to Schaub. And loose ball is a steal for Osseo. Russell, Io Bombadilli's got to let her go. But she's got 3 fouls, and then Hamola unable to cash in, and Hayes gets the ball. Now we'll get a foul on Hamola. Boy, that did not go the way Osseo expected. They had a 2-on-0 there, and they don't get any points, and they get a foul.
Man, it almost looked like Kiara Russell, who's normally such a good finisher. I don't know if she got tripped up or lost her footing there.
Or maybe expected the contact from
and embraced for it and never got it. But yeah, you're right. And then it looked like Hamola was going to be able to have an easy layup afterwards. And excellent hustle and good defense by Park Center.
It's 3 fouls on Hamola. Nobody with 4, but we've got a handful of players with 3 right now. DuBois, one dribble and then to Simonette. Schaub and back out top. Simonette to Schaub. Simonette into the paint, to the corner to Nickens. 3-point Park Center lead. Nickens right corner, looks in for Hayes and then back out. They'll be patient here, Ryan.
Kind of slowing the pace down a little bit, maybe getting it back to their liking. You know, just right now throwing over the top of this zone defense.
Danielle Schaub, skip pass to Nickens. Back out, Simonette from 23. Not good, out of bounds, over to Osseo.
Yeah, she was a little further out than I think the range she normally likes it from. About 4 or 5 feet behind the three-point line. I didn't quite get her legs, and there's going to be a timeout called.
Osseo taking timeout with 9:36 to go in the second half.
Well, you get the feeling, I mean, compared to the first half, John, that it just, both teams maybe took the nerves out and said, hey, we 18 minutes left, we're going to play to win, not to play not to lose. And they've come out and they've knocked down shots, they've played hard. We've seen a number of girls diving on the floor. The intensity has just ratcheted it up a notch.
Good basketball game today at Park Center.
Yeah, and Simonette with 11 second half points, 3 threes.
Jones with a couple of 3-pointers. Hamola's got 7 points here in the second half for Osseo.
All right, Jones is at a couple of 3s. We've had 7 made 3s already, and we're not even halfway through the second half. So it's been a long-range production. And now, you know, with under 10 minutes left, too, you're going to start to feel that pressure, right? Every possession is going to start to matter. And you're going to feel that. Who's going to be able to execute with that pressure? Who's going to be able to execute with pressure defense in their face? It's going to be a lot of fun here in the last 9.5 minutes.
40-37 as we wind down toward the midway point of the second half. Kiara Russell, still just 6 points in the game, off to Azaria Reed. And Tutway traveled.
Oh, nice design play. I think they wanted to go right at Michaela Hayes, and Tutway caught it in great position. And sometimes you get those happy feet. You get excited, you move your feet before you put that ball down.
Nickens. Blakemore. And now it's DuBois. Hand off to Simonette.
You know, I don't think Michaela Hayes has taken a shot in the second half. If she has, maybe one. They've really been quiet. It's been all guard play for the Pirates.
Hayes, 7 first half points. Knocked away by Jones, but right back to DuBois. Now Simonette. Tough shot and Tutway, and then it went off of Simonette and out of bounds. It's Osseo basketball.
There's kind of a collective gasp here from the crowd, thinking that was for sure going to be a foul. And that's where Simonette, I get what she's trying to do, trying to draw contact, but that's no man's land. When you're driving down on the baseline, you got a taller defender there waiting for you. You either got to come to a jump stop and kick it out or hope you get the contact and get to the foul line.
Schaub and Io Bombardelli in for Park Center. Russell backing out. Now will start a drive. Hands off to Jones. Reed back. Hamola trying to tie it up. Not good. We get a foul call on Simonette.
Well, and that's big for a number of reasons. One, obviously the 3 free throws for Hamola, but two, that's going to be the 3rd foul on Ann Simonette.
And Simonette feeling that Hamola sold it pretty well.
And kind of a late whistle, too.
Yeah.
In fact, they're going to call it after
it's
the
after
shot.
the whistle.
Yeah.
So I think that was the right call. That wouldn't have been in the active shooting. So
I'll tell you, Park Center, if they win this game, it's going to be because of plays like what we just saw right there. They are getting up on all the Osseo guards, even Kiara Russell, and they are being physical and they're being tough. And right now, Osseo just has not done a good job handling that ball pressure.
they do keep the ball on the held ball, but though back over to Park Center and now steal for Io Bombardelli. Simonette back to Io Bombardelli on the baseline, up and in. Big basket there for Io Bombardelli. Gets the steal on the defensive end and then finishes, and it's a 5-point Park Center lead. Jones drives off to Reed. 3-pointer, Hamola lined up, had time and knocks it down.
Just big bucket right there. Nice offense. They got a ball kick out to the top, a nice extra pass by Azaria Reed. And I'll tell you, Michaela Hamola has had a nice game here in a big second half.
Keeping her team close here. 10 second half points, 14 in the game. Simonette short on that 3. And we get a whistle and a foul perhaps after the shot in Tutway. Yes. Similar to the play a few moments ago where Simonette got fouled, called for a foul after the shot. That's what Tutway is going to get here, and that's her 4th.
Well, that's her 4th, and more importantly, too, I think Kiara Russell had a break going the other way. And that's what Osseo needs to get in this game, is some fast break points. So that was a big stoppage of play right there.
Team fouls even, 3 apiece here in the second half. Simonette through the hands of Hayes, out of bounds. Turnover Park Center.
Michaela Hayes, for a center, has really good hands. And you could see the look on her face. She knows that's one she catches 9 out of 10 times.
And Tutway out, Ogunbiati back in for Osseo. Royals trying to push back into the lead. Simonette strips it right away from Ogunbiati. Shoveled the pass, and then behind Io Bombardelli, the turnover for Park Center.
Well, how many times has Ann Simonette done that today where she's come on the weak side? That's whoever that post player is has to recognize that Michaela Hamola was wide open. Ann Simonette gambling on the weak side, and she's done it about 3 or 4 times tonight. She's gotten about every single one of them.
Here's Reed. Stuck at 42-40 here in the second half. Russell, that one won't go. Hayes gathers in the rebound.
I know she's great with that right hand, but wouldn't you rather see her collect herself and just shoot a jump shot?
Blakemore to the basket on the drive, scores. Here comes Russell back the other way. This one too strong, rebounded by Simonette. Rips the ball free and gets it back to Schaub. She'll hand off for Simonette.
Nice pass.
Blakemore 3. Rims out. Hayes rebounds. Too strong. Io Bombardelli up. That won't go. Rebounded by Jones. Osseo comes back running. Jones to the basket. Can't get it to go. Russell rebounds. And is fouled. If it's on Simonette, it would be her 4th. We'll see what's on, but it won't be.
No.
It'll be Blakemore, which will be her 3rd. Blakemore, Io Bombardelli, Simonette, 3 fouls each for Park Center. And Tutway 4 for Osseo. Hamola 3.
Kate Klein enters the game for Osseo, really her first time this afternoon, getting some minutes. And I'll tell you, Ann Simonette, as well as she's played on offense, she's been great on defense. Her energy, effort has been spectacular.
Well, Hamola is not missing in the second half here.
And really much needed, right? With Kiara Russell kind of struggling, not really getting into the flow offensively. They need someone to step up, and it's been Hamola.
Simonette, her fourth three in the second half. Wow. And the other 2-pointer she had a foot barely on the line. Now Hamola starting a drive, trying to go past Hayes. Didn't have anywhere to go, and nicely played it off of Hayes, not out of bounds.
Yeah, let's see if we can see how she gets so open. There's that zone defense. Kate Klein gets screened in, and Hamola doesn't have time to get there. When she gets time to set her feet, you can see why she's a tremendous three-point shooter. You know, and she came into this game averaging about a little over 12 points per game, so she's had a huge game offensively.
Hamola, nice little fake and scores.
She's playing more like Kiara Russell normally does.
18 points now for Hamola. 14 have come in the second half. Matching Simonette's for second half points, then gets the steal. Couldn't quite get it back into the play. It's still Park Center basketball.
Nice drive here. Nice ball fake to get Michaela Hayes out of there and able to finish. Not easy to bank either when you're going head on for a layup. Excellent play.
Simonette for Hayes. Up, around, and she'll go to the line for two. Gets fouled by Port.
Well, that's the power of shooting, knocking three-pointers down. Now the defense has to extend out. They can't pack it in on Michaela Hayes. These last 4.5 minutes, I would not be surprised to see Park Center go down to Michaela Hayes, and with her being able to get one-on-one coverage, able to be effective.
Made 17 free throw shot in the first half. Just one so far in the second half before these two here from Hayes. And these are the first for Park Center, and Hayes, who made just 1 of 4 in the first half, knocks down that one.
No need for free throws when you can knock three-pointers down at about an 80% clip here in the second half.
Second free throw up and in. Timeout Park Center. 5-point lead, 4:42 to go. Good basketball game, Ryan.
Yeah,
I guess we expected as much, and we've gotten as much.
Well, there can be close games that aren't necessarily great basketball games, right? You know, that first half, back and forth, but not a great game.
Right.
It's turned into a great game because of the performances, because of Michaela Hamola, because of Ann Simonette. You know, even though she hasn't had a great game, I could watch Kiara Russell play basketball any day of the week because of her, her talent and the rhythm she plays. And Michaela Hayes has had some nice plays, and Megan Dubois, who won't get a lot of credit because of the box score. I think her defense, along with number 4 Summer Blakemore, really and just kind of bothering the great Kiara Russell. I mean, I think that's been the difference so far in this game.
Winner to play at Anoka on Thursday night for the section championship.
In Kiara Russell's career, John, how many games do you think we've done of hers? 10 to 15, somewhere in that range?
This is the 4th this year already, so yeah.
I don't ever recall.
Probably.
I mean, maybe she's had a game where she's had 18 or 16, but the majority of them I remember being in the 20s and a couple even in the 30s, and here she sits right now with 6 points. And she looks tired. I think that, that pressure, that constant pressure has wore her down a little bit. But I'll tell you what, great players adjust. And great players, my coaches always used to tell me, big players make big plays in big games. I don't think for a moment we've seen the best of Kiara Russell here this afternoon.
4:35 to go. Russell gives it back for Intutway. Loose ball. Steal for Park Center. Schaub doesn't have the numbers and pulls it back out.
Yeah, smart play by Daniel Schaub.
Blakemore 3 comes up short. Hayes rebounds underneath, trying to fight through it, and gets fouled by either Reed or Intutway.
You can just see, Daniel Schaub, she's a junior. You talked about that experience. Allie talked about the experience of having 2 state championships. A lot of teams, they would have tried to go 1-on-4, and try to get a layup. Instead, she pulls it out, takes some time off the clock. They get a good shot out of it.
Timeout. Chris Vanderhyde could see his player, and Simonet was in trouble, gets the timeout. That last fall on Reed is her first. 2 timeouts remaining for each team. Park Center keeps the possession arrow.
You know, and I wouldn't be surprised here if you're Park Center, you're going to go 4 around 1. We have 4 perimeter players spaced out, and you have, you know, Michaela Hayes going block to block. Because of the way Park Center shot the basketball, they're going to have to extend the defense, and it might allow Michaela Hayes some one-on-one opportunity down low with plenty of room. And if they do double, she's smart enough and unselfish enough to kick it out, see if they can get an open 3 out of it.
Blakemore on the inbound through the hands of Io Bombadelli. Shaw and Hamola get tied up. Jump ball, Park Center will keep it. What a win for Osseo, and that the next held ball goes to them. Shaw with the basketball. Simonet open in the corner.
Leave her. You can't leave her. You cannot leave her. And Tutway, that 1-2-2 gets caught down low. You have to have an awareness on Ann Simonet, especially the way that is her 5th three-pointer in the second half.
5-second call on Hamola.
You see in Tutway.
How does she get this wide open?
Well, in Tutway's, you know, and it's a smart play. Michaela Hayes is posting up there. You got to get on the outside of her on that long pass. You got to be there on the catch. And Park Center's figured out that baseline corner is a weakness right now for Osseo getting there.
Blakemore just able to release the ball to Io Bombadelli before a 5-second call. Shaw will hand off to Simonet. A little contact and a foul on Jones.
Yeah.
16 foul on Osseo. Congratulations to the Osseo boys basketball team. Last night advancing to the state 4A tournament and opening up as the #1 seed, 29-0.
That's great.
We'll take on your alma mater, Eden Prairie, in the first game of the day, 10 a.m. Wednesday at the Target Center. Maple Grove Hopkins advancing as we had 3 section finals in a row on Channel 12 this week.
Yeah, and I'm happy to report all 3 of our teams made it to the state tournament that we cover on a regular basis.
Hamola and Blakemore fouled her.
I'll tell you, I got in a lot of discussion with people about the rankings and how do you not have Osseo as the 1 seed? They've done nothing but win every single game. And of course, a lot of people very high on Hopkins and Apple Valley, and rightfully so, both excellent teams. But I think when you go undefeated in this day and age, you deserve the #1 seed.
They throw up and not good. On the first foul shot by Hamola. Points become so key down the stretch here.
Yeah. Don't be surprised, too, if this is a make, if Osseo's picking up full court, trying to get a turnover, trying to create the pace, trying to get extra possessions so they can get back into this game down by 7.
Awful shot. Russell got in there defensively. So there's the extra possession right there, Ryan.
And this is where Kiara Russell, she can't settle. She's got to be in aggressive mode and use her ability, get to the basket, see if she can get contact. Don't settle for a jump shot here. She's too good.
Russell driving and is fouled.
And I don't know why we haven't seen more of that, John, today, right? That was a 1-4 low, and it's designed basically a one-on-one isolation play, and she just, no one can guard her. Did they get Summer Blakemore on the foul there?
That's her 5th.
Yep.
So with Blakemore fouling out now with 6 points, Megan DuBois back in. And Russell in the line for 2. And she is an excellent free throw shooter, just shy of 80% on the season. First time there tonight, which is unusual. She leads this team in free throw attempts.
Yeah.
She hits so many plays like that one, attacking the basket where she gets to the line, but the first time we've seen it today.
Well, and I don't know if it'll come out that maybe she wasn't feeling well today. or if you credit it all to Park Center's pressure defense, but she just never really got into her rhythm.
Ahead, they break the pressure. Schaub for Hayes. Trying to get it back to Isle Bombadilli to Schaub and Dubois, and Park Center fortunate to keep the basketball. Dubois shovels it out. Isle Bombadilli to Simonette. 2:50 to go. Park Center with the basketball. They lead by 5. They would have taken the layup there, but it didn't materialize. Oh, and then Jones steps in, gets a clean steal, and lays it in. Now it's a 3-point game.
And now there's a sense of urgency on this Osseo team, and you can see they're picking up full court, and they are trapping. They're going for every steal that they can.
Back to Schaub. They're going to have to hurry. And timeout by Park Center before they could have a 10-second call.
Let's see how this happens. Ari Jones just anticipated that dribble handoff, cuts right in front of Daniel Schaub. And that's a big play. I mean, you can see the last couple possessions, Park Center not handling the pressure well. The result, a couple of turnovers and 4 quick points to get Osseo right back in this game. You know, there's enough time too where you're not, it's not like you need to foul right now either. I think you continue to trap pressure and see if you can create more turnovers. And if you're Park Center, I don't think you get so conservative right now. I think you want to keep attacking to a certain point. If Osseo's going to overplay you, go back door, try to get an easy layup if you can.
Each team in the bonus the rest of the way. Possession arrow. Osseo. Blakemore is fouled out for Park Center. And Tutway has 4 fouls for Osseo. Inbound under full court pressure by Ann Simonette of Park Center. Schaub, ball tipped by Russell. Wow. Turnover Osseo. Osseo creates the turnover, and they've got a chance to get within 1 or perhaps tie. Hamola with it. Lost the ball, got it back to the corner to Intutway, back to Hamola for a tie here. Way long though. Simonette and off of off of Hayes. Break for Osseo there as Park Center unable to corral it. Russell got the tip, and then Hamola tipping it to the backcourt. And a great play by Osseo.
Great defense, not a good shot by Hamola. They do not need a 3-pointer right now. They need to get a good shot, a good 2, or if you're an open 3, that's one thing.
Russell from 16. Back iron around, not good. And Tutway and Dubois fighting underneath. They're going to call Dubois for the foul.
Well, that maybe not be too bad of a foul, because if not, Tutway would have had a wide open layup. Instead, you're going to put her at the free throw line and make her earn it.
First time at the free throw line today for Tutway. We saw her make some big free throws against Maple Grove a couple of weeks ago. Our last TV game we did of Osseo's. And then, of course, as they say that, she misses here. And through the hands of Simonette, ball on the floor. And get the jump ball, and that'll be Osseo basketball.
And that's where that last jump ball about a minute and a half ago was so big, because now it keeps the possession arrow towards Osseo. It gives them a chance. One more chance to either tie this up or at least get it down to 1.
Simonette holding her arm to her right arm. They got caught in that pile. Hamola driving, back out, Reed, back to Hamola. Better look at this 3. This one comes up short, though, and Tutway gets fouled. And she'll go back to the line, this time for 2, as she's fouled by Simonette.
Yeah, and somehow miscommunication. Hamola got a wide open look, and that's a shot she's buried here this afternoon. And it was just a little bit short, and Tutway plays so hard, doesn't she, John? She's a very hard player in the right place at the right time, getting fouled to head to the free throw line for 2 big free throws.
We'll see if this makes a difference in the end, right, Brian, but Park Center not getting to those loose balls. Yeah. Osseo is winning all those 50-50 balls.
Well, sometimes when you're the team that's trailing, you have that urgency a little bit more than maybe the team that's ahead. We give all the credit to Osseo for their hustle here. And if I'm them, I keep picking up full court. Park Center has not done a nice job.
Travel.
Yeah.
turnover. Park Center.
Watch your feet, right? You see that?
Yeah.
That's a good call. I thought the referees were going to miss that one. And they got it right. I think that's the right call. And Park Center, oh, that was close to being over the back line then.
Here's Russell. To Hamola. Looks like that could have been a turnover there. And you have I think a sideline warning to Chris Vanderhyde. Interesting that they interrupt the flow of play to whistle that.
Huh. I thought they called it, we're going to call it technical, usually when they stop the game like that. I think he was arguing. I thought there was a travel potential on Hamola.
Right.
And also that back court there when Kiara Russell caught that initial pass. She's got to attack here. She's got 1-4. All the space, that's who they want the ball.
Tries and it's foul. They'll go to the line for 2 to give Osseo the lead. Fouls on Dubois.
Nice play, nice move. That's exactly as a senior and as a, for sure all-state player. That's who you want the ball in her hands. She does a great job of getting fouled. And she's going to have nothing but net here in the last 3 free throws.
Osseo has fought back here in the second half, and they take the lead. Timeout Osseo with 1:17 to go.
That's an interesting timeout right there by Jen Mullen. You go up by 1, you got the rhythm, you have a chance to press out of that made basket. Instead, you call timeout, maybe to just kind of regroup or give your guys a rest. But it also allows Park Center a chance to maybe draw something up in a way to attack that press. If I'm Osseo, what's gotten me back into this game? It's been the full court pressure, right? I think you stay with it. And if you're Park Center, you got to get back to being the aggressor, not letting Osseo dictate the pace, not letting them dictate what they want. You got to take what you want. Break the press, get an easy layup. Each team with 1 timeout remaining, too. What a game. I mean, just
been fun,
remember, it was 20-20 at halftime. And so really both offenses have just exploded. A lot of great three-point shooting. We've seen Ann Simonette. She's knocked down 5 threes. We've seen Michaela Hamola knock down a bunch of threes. And then Kiara Russell here late with 5 points here in the last couple of minutes. She's been big, including 4 straight free throws.
Park Center down by 1. Not handled the ball well down the stretch. Now they need points.
Remember, both teams, too, in the bonus.
I think Simonette was trying to create a little contact there with Jones, but nothing called. Now it's in the hand of Dubois with a minute to go. Back to Simonette. Dubois. Iobamadeli. Shaw will start a drive. In the paint, finds Hayes. Hayes to the basket, up, missed the shot. And Tutway gets tied up with Simonette. Park Center basketball.
A great effort by Simonette to just get in there and tie that up. And a nice move by Michaela Hayes, just missed it a little bit long. But
Iobamadeli the inbound to Simonette. Now to Hayes. Back out, Iobamadeli. 3 banks and in!
I don't know if she called bank, but she knocked down a big 3, maybe the biggest of the year for Park Center, give them a 2-point lead.
25 seconds to go. Russell attacking. Runner up, not good. Rebound by Hayes. And a foul on either Russell or in Tutway. Well, how about this turn of events the last 15 seconds, Ryan?
Oh, well, I was watching the angle of that, and I thought that's going to miss badly.
Right.
I mean, that is not an easy bank shot, not quite from the baseline, but hey, sometimes you just got to get it up there and you hope for the best, and a big-time 3-point shot. But hey, this is a lot of time, 18 seconds left to play. Michaela Hayes, not a great free throw shooter, You're up by 2. This is where if you're Osseo right now, you've got to box out. And that's going to be the 5th foul, I believe, on Tutway.
Right, which gives us the little mini timeout on the floor.
Remember, both teams have a timeout. So Osseo can kind of see what happens here, but they first order first. You got to box out, secure the rebound, but plenty of time to get a good shot if you're Osseo here on a miss.
Hayes 1 out of 4 from the free throw line in the first half, 2 of 2 in the second half. No, barely got the rim. Port rebounds. Jones double teamed and the sideline lost the ball. Bombadilli has it to Simonette. Steal for Park Center in the backcourt to Schaub, who's fouled by Russell with 8 seconds to go.
Well, it's hard to see there. I don't know if did she fall out of bounds and just throw it?
I think she was trying to get it back into play.
You know, and you've got to remember, that's where you have a timeout available as you're fading out of bounds. Rather than turn the ball over, you got to value that ball. You got to call a timeout. Instead, the ball gets turned over, Park Center gets it, and I believe, did Ann Simonette get fouled? Is that who got? I couldn't tell who picked up that foul there right at the end. But if you're Osseo, you got exactly what you wanted. Michaela Hayes misses the free throw. Here, let's see if we can get, all right, Jones.
And trying to get it back on the return pass to Port, and Bombadilli got it, and then Simonette gets fouled here by Russell.
I mean,
or no, Schaub does.
Schaub, okay. But there looked to be quite a bit of contact over there. I think if you're Ari Jones, you either got to sell that, or you got your dribble still, dribble out of that double team. So you cannot turn it over, but still plenty of time. And if you're Park Center, even if you make one and miss one, you know, if you're Osseo, you're only 1 possession down, but now they're going to be without a timeout. You know, if I'm Osseo, again, you box out, you've got to solidify the possession, get the rebound. I get the ball into the hands of Kiara Russell, and I spread out, let her go one-on-one, and if someone comes to help, be ready to kick, be ready to knock down a 3.
Schaub a chance to perhaps end the game if she can make both. You got to get this, make the first one to get to the second. First free throw attempt for her today and hits it. Ice watered in.
Yeah.
Danielle Schaub there.
Again, we go back to, you've won 2 state championships, right? You've played in big games. You know, this is nothing new to a lot of these girls for Park Center. They played in big moments.
Second one is good.
Yeah. Huge free throws for Danielle Schaub.
4-point game, 8 seconds to go. Russell, Jones, 3-point shot off the mark. Simonette rebounds, and Park Center going to advance to the section championship. Wow. 57-53.
What a game. Even just the last 5 minutes of that game, Park Center up by 8, by 10 even. Osseo comes back, takes the lead, are up by 1, and then that bank 3 by Bombadilli was just a huge play. And a critical turnover down the end, and you credit Park Center for their defense and the way they close this basketball game.
Kiara Russell, the end of a great career as she leads Osseo into the locker room. Had some big plays down the stretch today to get her team back into it. Finishes with 10 points, but goes out here in the section semifinals.
Yeah, what a game. And I'm, as a broadcaster, John, I'm sad to see Kiara Russell go, because I've really, there's not a lot of players that you kind of develop an affinity for, you know, and you just really enjoyed her talent and the way she played the basketball game. You wish her nothing but the best at Arizona State, but, you know, congratulations to Park Center Pirates. They just find a way to win, right? They don't know how to lose it this time of year. Doesn't matter what section or what class they're in.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and have our post game. Park Center advances. They win it today over Osseo. We're back to wrap it up at Park Center High School after this.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Park Center wins in an exciting finish, exciting second half. Park Center on to the section final. And let's go down to the sideline. Allie Arlt standing by with two Pirates.
Yeah, two Pirates that are all smiles today. We've got Iobamadeli and Simonette. We'll start over here. The game-winning three. Did you think that at that point of the game that was going to come down to you and that not only was it coming to you, but you were going to drain it?
I was not expecting that. In my mind, I was open. I took the shot, and I just hoped that it went in, and it did.
Talk about how crazy this game was. It started out really flat. Both teams kind of didn't come out ready and prepared, but all of a sudden in the second half, all that changed. What happened?
So in the locker room, our coach was talking about us not giving up on intensity. He said to keep playing hard, and that's what we came out in the second half, and that's what we did.
What was so difficult about this game in the second half?
It was really difficult because of their zone. Their zone really kind of affected us a little bit, but we just overlooked that, and we just kept playing our basketball game.
Congrats on the game-winning three. We're going to turn it over now to Ann Simonette. And the first half was not going your way. Usually the shots that you're throwing up, always are drained. And then the second half happened. You had 5 3-pointers at one point. You went off. What changed?
Well, just my teammates and my coach just always tell me to not stop shooting. And, the other team, if they're going to get a little, rowdy and stuff, you got to stay with them and go back at them.
You talk about them getting rowdy. You and Hamola really were getting chippy there in the second. Is that in good fun, or is there real, true competition between the two of you?
I'd say it's true competition. Got a little feisty, but it's basketball, and that's the game.
You guys are going to try to be three-peat state champions. You guys almost had that loss tonight. What was it about this performance that is going to advance you guys to one more game out to be going to state?
This game, I think it just gives us the confidence that we can keep going, and especially last year, we won 3A, and we want to do 4A, so we have the confidence to keep going.
I don't know if you know this, Champlin Park won. That's who you'll be playing in the section final. You guys lost to them by 2 points earlier this year. What do you guys need to do to prepare for that game?
The key is confidence, and we need to just come prepared, more ready this time. We lost to them, so that just should give us more fire to beat them this time.
All right, looking to three-peat. Will you guys do it?
I think so.
All right, guys, we'll send it back up to you.
All right, thanks very much, Allie. Thanks to Osseo and Ann for taking a few moments with us. And Ryan, we should have set up for a good section final on Thursday night at Anoka and all Brooklyn Park area final. Park Center and Champlin Park. The Rebels really coming back nicely after they lost one of their better players to an injury, season-ending injury, Garrett, and they come back, regrouped, and now they're in the section championship.
Yeah, they're a good team, and obviously, you throw out what happened during the regular season. I think if anything, we've learned that. But you got two good teams. There's something about this Park Center team. Their depth, I think they have so many guards that handle the ball well. They don't get flustered. And it comes down to, I know we harped on it, but you've been there and you've done that. And I think at moments like we saw tonight where all of a sudden they're behind with under a minute left, they didn't panic. They knocked down a big three, albeit maybe an accidental bank shot that got them there. But they have a lot of athletes and they got that size. They play inside out. So I think it's going to be a great game, and I think Park Center's in as good a shape as anyone to make a run at it here.
Tough loss for Osseo. They finished the season 18-10. Park Center advances now 21-7. They'll play Thursday at 7 o'clock at Anoka against Champlin Park. That'll do it for our coverage today. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Park Center wins it over Osseo. For Allie Arlt and Ryan Iverson and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for tuning in for our coverage of high school girls basketball on 12 Sports.